Google proceeds with Fitbit deal, but government reviews continue. Acquisition closes after the search giant made concessions around data privacy in the European Union. By Dave Sebastian. January 14, 2021, 12:49 p.m. Eastern Time. Google said it has completed its $2.1 billion acquisition of Fitbit Incorporated, a deal that would let the search giant push more deeply into the wearable device and health data businesses as it continues to face antitrust scrutiny. The announcement on the deal closing came after European Union antitrust officials last month approved the acquisition with conditions aimed at protecting users' health data and preserving competition in the wearable tech sector, clearing one of the deal's hurdles. But other antitrust agencies are continuing to scrutinize the transaction, including in the US, meaning Google's decision to move forward isn't without regulatory risk. This deal has always been about devices, not data, and we've been clear since the beginning that we will protect Fitbit users' privacy, Rico Sterlo, Google's senior vice president for devices and services, said Thursday. To appease EU regulators, Google pledged not to use Fitbit data for advertising purposes in Europe and to store such data separate from any other Google data used in ads. It also told regulators it would allow users to link their Fitbit data to competing apps and committed to allowing wearable device makers open access to functions of Google's Android operating system. Google, an Alphabet Incorporated company, had offered concessions as part of the EU's investigation into the deal, which the bloc opened in August after rejecting Google's initial commitments as inadequate. Fitbit, founded in 2007, makes so-called wearables, or watches and bracelets that primarily track health information such as heart rate. The Fitbit deal, first agreed to in November 2019, remains under review by the US Justice Department and Australia's Competition Authority. The move intensifies the battle among technology giants in enticing consumers through devices other than smartphones. In response to Google's announcement, the U.S. Justice Department issued a statement emphasizing that its work on the transaction isn't done. The Antitrust Division's investigation of Google's acquisition of Fitbit remains ongoing, Department lawyer Alex Oakley said. Although the division has not reached a final decision about whether to pursue an enforcement action, the division continues to investigate whether Google's acquisition of Fitbit may harm competition and consumers in the United States. In Australia, where the Competition Authority has rejected Google's proposed moves to address competition concerns, the company is awaiting a decision on March 25. The Australian Competition and Consumer Commission continues to have concerns that Google's acquisition of Fitbit may result in Fitbit's rivals, other than Apple, being squeezed out of the wearables market, as they are reliant on Google's Android system and other Google services to make their devices work effectively, Rod Sims, who chairs the commission, said in December. A Google spokeswoman said the DOJ allowed the deal to close and that the company would continue to engage with Australian authorities. We complied with the DOJ's extensive review for the past 14 months, and the agreed-upon waiting period expired without their objection, the spokeswoman said. We continue to be in touch with them and we're committed to answering any additional questions.